Hi, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Max.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
And one of the things we loved the most about the show were the brilliant end credits.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we'll go episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credit sequences.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first credit score spin-off, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
Hi. I need a way to intro this thing, because my hellos and my highs are just not doing it. You've got a great sign-off for us, and I've got no sign-on.
Do you want to improv?
Sure. Okay, a couple sign-ons options. Maybe people can message us and tell us what
they can vote.
Yeah.
We can do a poll.
Which sign-on they like. Would you like me to say chip chipperoo?
Why don't you count us in like Gene would?
A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4.
Welcome. I can't do
That's
it.
another option.
It's too cheesy.
What
did you say? Chip chipperoo?
It just came out. I kind of like that.
I'm gonna vote for that.
Okay. Until
it's
someone
unique.
says no, I'm gonna start with chip chipperoo.
Okay.
And
do my nose count?
Yeah. No. We'll point towards episode 3 for people questioning why I start an episode with chip chipperoo.
Okay. Perfect.
Chip chipperoo.
I'm speechless.
Well,
Hi.
That's good for a podcast. Welcome to Bob's Credits. We are a podcast that talks about the end credit sequences to Bob's Burgers.
You guys, we have had a nap. We have had a shit ton of chocolate.
And coffee.
We are ready to go.
But I'm singing because it kind of goes for one of the episodes we're doing today.
Yes, it does.
Oh my God, you were made for this one. You were made for this one. What's going on this week? What's
in the world?
I don't know. We got our dog. Oh, sorry. This is we should introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I'm Max Miller.
And I'm Skylar
Harrison.
That is so out of like my personality. That
just
is
your last name or to sing.
Just to sing. I'm like not a theater kid.
You were pretty natural a few moments ago.
That's true.
Maybe you secretly are.
Yeah.
And this is our dog, Biscuit.
Oh God.
Biscuit's here. He's doesn't want to talk right now. Maybe
He's
later.
Perfect.
He is a perfect. Yeah. We'll get some pictures of Biscuit up on the socials. By the way, if you want to follow us anywhere, we're Bob's Credits on Twitter, on Instagram, Gmail. If you want to email us.
You set up a Gmail for us?
Yeah, we got a Gmail.
We're official, man.
But probably better off messaging us on one of those socials than the Gmail. Yeah. Oh, and we've got a Patreon up. If you want to support us there, we got a low tier. It's not very expensive. It's just for support.
$3 a month?
Yeah. We'll shout you out in an episode, personal thank you message, that kind of stuff. Maybe Skylar and I will attempt to say your name in
sing song.
Yeah, sing song. You don't know.
Maybe you could do the chip chipperoo.
Oh, I'll say chip chipperoo with your name attached to it if you
want.
I
love it.
No problem. And
that's
I think
worth $3.
We think we're going to have some other tiers down the road if there's enough interest for lots of fun stuff, including bonus episodes. I've got some ideas for some secret special episodes. Skylar's going to create some potential burger recipes for some of the Max Pun burgers that we come up with on this show. You'll hear about those in a few minutes.
Yep.
And some other things, exclusive merchandise down the road. Anyway, that's all the businessy stuff out of the way so we can get into these credits.
You are so not an executive.
No? Why? Because I don't like doing that?
Cut this. Cut it. Cut it. I feel like we were in a groove and then we talked about
the business stuff.
The biz.
Oh, well, it's just because I mentioned the social media and it just sent me down that road.
Yeah.
Should I go back to Chip Chipperoo, Max?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back to Chip Chipperoo, Max. So this week we are doing going through the end credit sequences for episodes 5 and 6.
Yep.
Okay. Before we get into those episodes, we have to play Skylar's favorite game, Bob Pun or Max Pun. As everyone knows on the show, Bob creates puns for the burger of the day. So every week I quiz Skylar on if this is a Bob pun or a Max pun. Are you ready, Skylar?
I am.
I've got 4 for you.
I disgraced myself last week, so I this is hopefully my redeeming moment.
I dominated last week. I was so proud of myself, especially after my showing in episode 1.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Bob pun or Max pun? As Gouda as it gets.
Okay. Here's my theory. He has definitely done some Gouda puns. It's like a super easy pun. I'm not sure As Good As It Gets would be a movie, so I'm going to go Max.
Oh, man. It is a Bob pun.
No!
It has my poker face, by the way, when you're talking about these. I'm trying to work on it so you don't know. I don't give anything away.
Whatever this is called,
the little...
it just like totally blocks your face.
Oh, good.
So.
I had my eyes behind there too. Dip down a little bit. Okay, your next pun is paranormal pepperjacktivity.
Max.
That's a Bob pun.
No, that was like, I thought I had found my calling that first episode. I was like, I'm good at this.
All right, your next pun is it takes bun to no bun burger.
Max.
Bob.
Because now you're trying to do the psychology game with me. You're like, you've never done 3 Bobs in a row, so you're going to do 3 Bobs.
The problem was I went Bob Max, or something like that for the first one. Now I'm shaking it up a bit. They could all be Bobs. They could all be Max. They could, I'm
like plummeting right now.
Your last pun, Skylar, is chive for greatness.
Max.
That one you got. Congratulations. Do you feel a bit better?
No.
Okay. Do you want to do a chip-chipperoo to shake yourself out of this?
I don't know why I'm so upset. Okay.
All right. So let's get into episode 5.
You know what? Everybody loves an underdog.
That's true. Are you going to have a big comeback next week?
Hopefully.
Okay. Episode 5, Skylar, title and synopsis, please.
Is Hamburger Dinner Theater. Bob reluctantly lets Linda and the kids stage a musical murder mystery dinner in the restaurant. But on opening night, an interruption changes the play's creative direction.
Love it. This episode was written by Dan Feibel and Rich Rinaldi and directed by Wes Archer.
I have to say, I love this episode.
It is a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the end credits, from what I remember, are fun because of it.
Okay. I don't remember at all. Last week, we ended on a little bit of a boring note, and this episode is so creative and so good. The credits better live up.
Yeah, it really starts to show kind of the musical love that Bob's ends up having. Things start to become a lot more musical as the series goes on, including the end credit sequences,
and in the episodes, too.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I'm also talking, beyond when they break out and have musical episodes, just, Linda's love for making up stupid songs and all that.
Totally. Which you do all the time in our home.
Never. I've never done that.
Never done that. You want to sing one of your songs that you sing about our dog?
This is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wrote this when baby. I think I wrote this when Biscuit was a puppy. And it goes a little something like this.
I'll join you. I know this one really well.
Oh, I got a baby Biscuit at the bottom of the bed. Oh, I'd pay $1.50 to know what's going through his head. He sleeps all day and dreams all night and goes belly up when the time is right. We also have a punk rock version of that, but we'll spare you.
Yeah, we'll spare you. And the reason we actually sang that whole thing too, which by the way, we didn't plan to do that, and good job for us for embarrassing ourselves like that. But leading into these credits, Bob and Linda are singing to each other because Bob finally joins in on the singing with Linda, and it's such a special moment for her, and she's so happy that Bob joins in, and Bob tries to sing really high, and then let's just play the credits right now.
Hold on, I just have to say, Bob's relationship to singing is how I feel. I hate it. I'm bad at it. I will never go to karaoke. So this is a big peace offering for Bob.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, just go.
What?
It's a little high.
Well, I nailed it.
You were a little high.
So you go higher.
Oh.
I think
everyone's gone.
Yeah, I think we can stop.
Playing them out.
No, don't. I did it. Tina, take a bow, girl.
so we're seeing the generic credit sequence that we've seen so far this season. So we've got the three characters, Bob, Louise, and Tina, standing in the kitchen preparing burgers.
Yep. We
And
have some piano bar,
new music,
which
which I believe is the Bob's theme again as like a dinner theater piano.
yeah,
Right?
love it. Max, you promised me something good. I'm not seeing anything.
I think it's for the next one.
Max.
There's Gene. Gene is walking across the screen as we hear that piano going. And that's it. Those are the end credits to Hamburger Dinner Theater.
So visually, exactly the same as the pilot.
Yes.
But we have that new music.
Yeah.
And I have to say I like it better than your funeral bop. Oh,
From
no, that...
from last week.
From last week. Sorry, no, what was the music?
The one that Gene was playing? Gene's...
the other one. It was like a Latin
the
mix.
capoeira music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going
I
to get
like
a higher
this one
score
better
for
too.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So favorite moment, least favorite moment. I know we're kind of limited because
The music, for sure.
because it's the thing that
I
changes.
love it.
I'm with you.
Like, I had to sway.
And least favorite moment that there's no new thing other than the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Tina could have been in her tree costume, like, walking around, or...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny. No, don't. Or no, stop. Tina, you did it. Take a bow, girl.
Take a bow, girl.
I love her.
I love it.
Yeah, she should have, or like maybe they could have all been in their costumes doing the
Yeah.
just prep work in their costumes. Would be
Yeah.
funny. I don't know.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's write in.
Let's score it. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's
Yeah.
So how many H's do these end credits get?
I'm going to go 6.5.
I think I'm going to meet you at 6.5 too.
Great.
So 6.5 H's at the end of Tina's
Yep.
for Hamburger Dinner Theater.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a real letdown. I was so excited about doing this episode, and we're done with it.
I think I mixed it. I think I mixed up that the next one is a little more elaborate in a way. You'll see.
Then let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, so the next episode is episode 6.
Yep. And as Max would say, it's the fifth sequel.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Go listen to last week's episode if you want to see why she is on me for that one.
We haven't Googled it yet, which we will. All right. Episode 6 is Pretty Penny. Sheesh. Cab Bob? ?
Oh, love puns, puns, puns. Keep them coming.
I love it. Tina is desperate to have her first kiss at her 13th birthday party, but after Louise breaks the deep fryer, Bob takes a second job as a taxi driver to pay for Tina's party.
This is a fun one.
Did you like this episode?
I like this episode. I think it shows, like we were discussing, even more heart. Like Bob is willing to do this.
It's
for
so sweet.
Yeah, for his child.
And he even shaves off his mustache.
Right. That's the very end of the episode, that he actually shaves off his mustache to make sure that her crush will be present at the party. Because Jimmy Pesto will not let his son come unless he gets Bob's mustache.
Did they say how Tina broke the fryer? I feel like that would have a great backstory.
I don't remember. I cannot remember. So this episode was written by John Schroeder and directed by Jennifer Coyle.
Love Jennifer Coyle.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm sure we'll see more of her.
That's true. It's good that you're telling us this, because as we move on, like we'll kind of see their...
We'll become familiar with these names for sure. This one has a fun, like when Bob is driving the streets of... I don't know if they actually have a city that they live in. Like if it's kind of like a Jersey-esque town, because it has cold weather, but it's on the beach. I'd say it's Jersey-esque. I don't think it's Jersey, but it's supposed to be Jersey-esque.
Yeah.
Right?
There was... See, a true fan would know, but there's one episode where they talk about, I believe, the length of time it gets to take someplace, which I was like, oh, because I'm always trying to figure out where this imaginary town is. As we rewatch, let's look for
if they
clues to where it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as he's driving around the town, there's just like fun montages through like the nightlife and just like the.
You liked that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the weather, it's so funny. There's one Christmas episode where it snows because it's part of the plot point, but like it has never snowed in this city ever. So I'm like, that's when I was like, oh, okay. So like you're really just like, this is a location and you're going to do whatever you want with it. Like it's not East Coast or West Coast. Like who the hell knows?
It's the beauty of a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
You're not as limited.
And we also have some pretty in pink imagery in this.
Totally.
Right?
In Tina's dream?
Her 13th birthday?
Uh-huh.
Isn't she wearing that pink dress and...
Oh, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Scratch
I'm sure she's
that.
at the end of this clip. Should we get into these end credits?
Let's do it. You've promised me good stuff. Ooh.
So this very, like, we're going to play the last few moments, and Linda's talking to a mustacheless Bob, which is very awkward.
And I think, is this the episode where we're introduced to Marshmallow?
Yes. This is the first one where Marshmallow, who becomes a regular on the show, makes an appearance. And maybe Gretchen in this one? No.
They all, like, blend together now.
Yeah. Kind of one of the ideas I have, by the way, for a bonus podcast on our Patreon moving forward is kind of evolution of some of these characters.
Yes.
And we can take one specific character and do that.
I love that track where they...
If you enjoy listening to this podcast and you want us to do that.
Oh, I'm like, I do. Yeah.
Start supporting us on Patreon and we'll definitely create that tier and start doing those episodes. Okay, so let's hear the very end of this before it goes into the credits.
Hurry up and grow that thing back.
I know, it's bad.
His mustache.
Now! Concentrate! Push it out!
I'm trying, Len.
Let me cover it with my finger. That's okay.
I'm gonna glue this to my chest so I can wear Phoenix!
Glue it to your back! Oh, glue it to your pole!
Lifting up the skirt of the night. Look down, feel round.
Nothing new in the credits.
Well,
Whoa, I was talking so loud.
Well, I can see your shoulders shaking, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm into it.
yeah, the music is great. We've got, as far as visuals go, nothing new in the credits. We've just got this. So this song was played while he was one of the montages when he's driving through the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the song is Lifting Up the Skirt of the Night.
Oh, like Lift.
Lifting up the skirt of the night. Yeah.
I love
Let's
it.
listen to a little bit more of it as the credits
I want to
play.
hear some lyrics too.
Pulling down the pace of the night. Don't laugh.
Was that Bob?
To make fun of the night.
I think so. I think that was Bob in the deep voice. I also
Yeah.
saw that Oscar Nunez, who was Oscar on The Office, did a voice of one of the characters on this just now as the credits popped up.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to call it, because a lot of like really good cameos, especially like Comedy World's
Yes.
cameos are on this show
So good.
as it goes on. Another character introduction in this episode was Mr. Fishoder,
Yep.
who is the landlord and owns Wonder Wharf, and is voiced by Kevin Kline, who's big movie actor, theater actor.
Side note,
Becomes a regular or like a recurring character.
we have been, I guess, I think before quarantine, we were rewatching The Office while listening to The Office Ladies, which is really fun if you want to do with this podcast to watch the episode and then listen to this. But ever since listening to that podcast and rewatching, Oscar is like one of the
brilliant.
best. He's brilliant.
He is an amazing comedic actor. They claim he never breaks, which is like on that show.
Amazing.
Can you imagine not breaking when everyone's so funny?
So if you're going to go back and watch Oscar in the background.
Yeah, everyone is more, most of the characters around him are more cartoony or are more like caricatures. So Oscar's more subtle, but he's so funny.
Right.
He's
so
so well
funny.
done, yeah.
And oh my gosh, his dancing, which I think maybe at Pam and Jim's wedding, we see him dance for the first time.
Down the aisle. So good.
And you do a really good impression of it, I have to say.
It's a little bit like my Avoidance. Which
It really is.
which we
It's a
talked
sped up
about
version.
last week. Yeah. All right, let's listen through the rest of these credits here.
Was that
Okay.
Linda laughing?
So, well, here's the thing. The guy singing throughout the song is John Roberts, does the voice of Linda.
Oh my God.
So that's why the laugh at the end kind of sounded like Linda, because it's him.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. No. Tell me the evolution of this. Did he write it? When did he write this? Or when did he perform this?
This was written for this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is where they start writing music for the show, I feel like, really.
Okay, amazing.
So, including like montages. So this is very clearly like they recorded this for the scene. And it's
Okay.
only got a few lyrics, so I'll read them right now.
Let's hear them.
So it's lifting up the skirt of the night, look down, feel it around, do what I do to get by. And in the background there's like a hold up, hold on now. And then the rest of it is pulling down the pants of the night. Look at those tight pants in the background. Don't laugh. It's not right to make fun of the night.
Brilliant.
So good. I love this song.
So on tone for this show.
Let me tell you, I've been singing it because I don't want to like spoil it for you before we recorded this, but I've been singing it. I've been trying not to sing it out loud, so you wouldn't be like, what is that?
This is going to be our Saturday night. I am like, I'm ready to go.
Oh, I'm gonna be
It's
singing
stuck
it
in
all
my
the
head
time.
already.
Lifting up the skirt of the night. It's kind of like he does a little like Michael McDonald. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
He sings like in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, they make fun of him. He sings like Yamo Be There. Yamo Be.
You know how bad I am at
kind of
like
like
this.
it's like if Cher was a man. He's got like a similar voice.
Sold.
This is really okay.
Sold.
Okay. Anyways, it kind of sounds a little Michael McDonald-esque to me, but yeah, those are the end credits to Sheesh, Cab, Bob.
Do you want to perform the second verse, maybe?
Pulling down the pants of the night.
Look at those tight pants.
Don't laugh. It's not right to make fun of the night. All right. So, favorite moment, least favorite moments.
I love the song, but I'm going to take a right turn and say I love the laugh at the end because it totally sounds like Linda.
Yeah.
Wait, why didn't they have Bob's character sing it? Because they wanted it to be like sound like original music.
Yeah, and maybe just like they just wanted it to sound like a actual like song that would sound like that, and he like I said, it kinda
like a montage
he kinda
song.
sounds Michael McDonald-esque. So
Okay.
they probably did like who can do a voice like this? Let's sing this song.
Okay, I absolutely love the laugh at the end.
Yeah, and I love the song. I think obviously the song's my favorite moment, and this least favorite moment
Yeah.
would probably again be for me that it's just everything else is generic
Yeah.
sequence.
Gene could rock out to this.
Yeah, I would love to see a little boogieing or
Jimmy Jr.
or maybe Jimmy Jr. in there doing his move, or maybe just Bob, like instead of
And his
cooking,
cabbie hat.
he could be doing a dance, maybe with one of his passengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just doing a little dance number or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he like took on like a new persona. I want to see that persona in the kitchen.
I wonder if any of the like, it's hard when it's like this is your baby, you've created this stuff and it's out there already. But if going back, if you're like, oh man, if we were doing what we do later in the series with the end credits, like if we were doing that earlier, I would do this with this, and
I'm sure. Although I just like I really wonder because, and especially as it gets later on, like they aren't things that you just like do in a day. Like they're really thoughtfully scripted things. I wonder how much extra time it takes.
Yeah, you're right.
Not that matters.
That's
it's
why
so
I always
worth
thought like
it.
you've got the generic sequence and maybe just like drop in a few things from the episode that go with that generic sequence, so it isn't too much work. But yeah, they eventually like get really elaborate. It's like a whole other. I'm sure it's very time consuming what they have to do down the road, which is why
I love it.
we're doing
I'm
this
so
podcast
excited
because they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's
Okay, I'll go 7.
and I'm going to go 7.5.
Cool.
Which is 7.25?
Yes.
Okay. 7.25 H's at the end of Tina's for the Sheesh Cab Bob episode and credits.
I'm getting a little worried because that's pretty high compared to how good these are about to get. Are we just going to go like 10 every episode?
We might have to
extend the
yeah, the O's might get... They might
That's
get longer
appropriate.
As time goes. Yeah, we'll see.
That's fair.
This podcast is evolving just like the end credits evolved in Bob's Burgers.
Beautifully said, Max.
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us for another episode.
Yeah. What did you say? Rickety tick?
Chip Chipperoo.
Chipperoo.
Chip Chipperoo, but that's the opener. We end it with, you'll get to yours after we, as we said, please follow us on all of our socials, Bob's Credits. Again, check us out on Patreon. Anything else we want to drop before we
No, I think we're good.
leave them for the week.
Can you take us out on that song?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
If you want to take us out with your
I'm
catchphrase? Catchphrase.
I have an artistic vision, so just go ahead and start playing
Okay.
it.
Lifting up the skirt of the night. Look down.
Stay saucy.
Do what I do to get by. Pulling down the pace of the night.
Tight pants.
Don't let
Hope you're dancing with us.
to make fun